Hi, this lesson is our last lesson in Unit 6, Ventures 4, Unit 6, Time, Lesson F. This lesson has two parts. Lesson F is always two parts. So page 80 and page 81. Let's take a look in our books here. All right, if you have your books, you can look page 80, page 81. You can look along with me if you like, that's fine. So you can see over here, lesson F is two parts. The first is life skills reading. This is good practice for your life. It's usually reading for information. It's also to prepare you for the CASAS test, which you will need to take at the end of the class. The second part is always a grammar point. And today's grammar point is so and such. This is not on the Unit 6 test, but it's very useful. The grammar that they teach you in lesson F is always very useful and pretty easy to understand. So we'll take a look in a minute. Let's look over here. We're going to do this together. Anytime you have a CASAS test question, something like this, you should take a minute to read like the title and then go ahead and start reading the questions. You should not read all of the information. You don't have time, okay? So let's do this together. It says internet activities of adults in Greene County. All right, so one thing I want to show you that's important not to ignore is this thing right here. Can you see that? Let's zoom in. That's an asterisk, and it means that there's more information or information that's important for you to read. Anytime you see an asterisk, you need to look at the bottom of the page or the chart and read more information about that. So it says, internet activities of adults in Greene County. What about the adults? 100 adults were interviewed. 20 of those were seniors. Okay, so they interviewed 100 adults and 20 were seniors. Here are the activities. Different internet activities. Here are the age groups, 18 to 64 adults and 65 and over, which are seniors. Okay, so let's read the first question. I'm going to read it with you and then you can stop and look at the chart and decide what the answer is. How many seniors were interviewed? I just showed you where the answer is. Take a minute, see if you can find the right answer. Okay, 100 adults were interviewed, but 20 of those were seniors. So the answer is how many seniors? 20. It's C. Did you get that? That's why this little asterisk is really important, okay? Number 2, I think I have to make this a little bit smaller for you. Okay, I hope you can see this. Of those surveyed, which means thinking about everyone that was asked, how many adults or how many were adults under 65? So how many were adults under 65? Take a minute, see what you think. Okay, 100 adults were interviewed. 20 of those were seniors, so these are 20. And how many are these? That would be 100 minus 20, which is 80. 80% were adults under 65, this group. Okay, did you get it? All right, number 3. Which internet activity, which one of these, is more popular with seniors than with other adults? So you're looking for a higher number here than here. So this should be higher, okay? This should be more. And the other one should be less, okay? So look over here, you're going to see a higher number and less, but let's just look at these. Consumer services, searches, communication, and social networks. So look at those over here, see which one has more over here and less over here. Go ahead and try. All right, let's see. Consumer services right here. Is this more than this? No, this is more. So not that one. Searches for information. Ooh, this one is more, right? So I think it might be this one. Let's check communication. 7290, this is more. And social networks, 4570. Okay, these are more popular with younger adults. This one is more popular with seniors. So we're going to choose searches. Okay, did you get it? All right, last one. In which area is there the biggest difference in how seniors and other adults use the internet? So what we're looking for is when you look at these numbers, let's erase this for a second. The difference between these two numbers, 75% and 97, that's about 22%. We're looking for which category has the biggest difference between them, okay? Stop and look at these 4 categories and decide which one has the biggest difference. What did you find? Social networks, 45 to 70, that's pretty big, right? Consumer services, 64 to 68, that's not as much, right? So social networks is more than consumer services. Financial services, 48 to 64, that's very similar to social. That's like 25%. This is about 18%. I don't know. That's close. Now let's look at entertainment. Entertainment, what? 53 to 0. This is the biggest difference. It's a huge difference. That's over 50%. So do you see what I was doing here with financial services? I was trying to see which one of these was more. They're pretty close. Social is more, but it's kind of close. If you read all the choices carefully, sometimes you will see that one is very clear, right? The difference between 0 and 53% is clearly the biggest. All right, so we found those answers and we didn't even read any of this up here. We didn't read that. And some of these, I don't think we read this one at all, did we? I don't think so. So the purpose is to help you find the right answer quickly and not waste time, okay? All right, let's look at page 81. Let's come over here. Grammar connections, so and such. This is a good grammar point. Give me a second. All right, so and such mean the same thing. So once again, in English, we have 2 ways to say the same thing, but they function differently. We write them and say them differently. So you do need to practice the difference between so and such with what words you use, but the meaning is the same. So and such make the meaning stronger. Use so before an adjective, such a before a noun. Let's watch the video and then I have some good examples to help you understand.
Grammar connections. Unit 6, Lesson F. So and such. Watch and listen. So and such make the meaning stronger. Use so before an adjective. Use such or such a before a noun.
The difference here, we use such a before a singular noun. We use such before a plural noun, 2, 3, 4 things. You'll see with examples, but that's why there's a choice here. Such for plural, such a when you talk about one thing.
So plus adjective.
That clock is so small.
With optional that clause.
That clock is so small that it's hard to see the time.
We often use this to explain things. I can't see it. Why? That clock is so small that it's hard to see the time. And that you can take away. That clock is so small, it's hard to see the time.
So plus adjective.
Those cars are so cool.
With optional that clause.
Those cars are so cool that I want to drive them.
Or those cars are so cool, I want to drive them. You can drop the that here.
So plus adjective.
This weather is so beautiful.
With optional that clause.
This weather is so beautiful that we don't want to work today.
Such plus adjective plus noun.
That's such a small clock.
With optional that clause.
That's such a small clock that it's hard to see the time.
Okay, so before we said that clock is so small. So small. You end on the adjective. This is when you have the adjective and the noun. That's such a small clock. You have the because it's one clock, and you finish with the noun. So this is preparing you to say the noun, a small clock. You can't get rid of the here. You need it, unless it's plural, which you'll see in a minute.
Such plus adjective plus noun.
Those are such cool cars.
Right? You could say that is such a cool car if it was one, but we're talking about two. Those are such cool cars. No A here. Remember that A means one. Okay.
With optional that clause.
Those are such cool cars that I want to drive them.
Such plus adjective plus noun.
This is such beautiful weather.
With optional that clause.
This is such beautiful weather that we don't want to work today.
So weather. This is such beautiful weather. Is means singular, right? But we don't say this is such a beautiful weather. Why not? Weather is not a countable noun. Some nouns you can count, like pencils or markers, right? 1, 2, 3. Weather is a noun, but I can't count it. I can't count weather. So we can't say a weather. We don't say this is a nice weather. It doesn't make sense in English. So we get rid of the A if it's plural. These are such nice cars. Or if you're talking about an uncountable noun. Another uncountable noun would be rice. If we're eating rice, we don't count the rice. We don't say 3 rices. We just say rice in general. I could say, this is such delicious rice. Okay, so just be careful. We drop the A if it's plural, such nice cars, or if it's a non-count noun, such beautiful weather, such delicious rice.
Check your understanding. Look at the picture. Complete the first sentence.
That clock is, and here we just have an adjective. So we say, so small.
Now complete the second sentence.
That clock is so small that.
Listen to the sentences.
That clock is so small.
That clock is so small that it's hard to see the time.
Okay, those cars are so cool.
Those cars are so cool.
Those cars are so cool that I want to drive them.
Okay, where's the word cars here? It's the subject, right? Those cars are so cool. But in the next example, let me go back. I think it's later. We would say those are such cool cars, right? So when we end with the adjective, not the noun, sometimes it's the noun goes in front. Those cars are so cool. Or those are such cool cars. Okay?
They're so cool that I want to drive them.
This weather is so beautiful.
This weather is so beautiful.
This weather is so beautiful that we don't want to work today.
Do you remember the other way? You'd say, this is such beautiful weather. That's such a small clock, right? Instead of saying that clock is so small, that is such a small clock.
That's such a small clock.
That's such a small clock that it's hard to see the time.
Okay, remember before we said those cars are so cool, and now the cars goes at the end. Those are such cool cars. No A because cars is plural.
Those are such cool cars.
Those are such cool cars that I want to drive them.
This is such beautiful weather.
Or you could say this weather is so beautiful. Really, it really depends on if you end with the noun, you use such, or if you end with the adjective, you say so.
This is such beautiful weather that we don't want to work today.
Let's review. So plus adjective.
That clock is so small.
Those cars are so nice.
Okay, where is the subject? What are we talking about? Comes first, that clock, those cars. And what do we end with? The adjective. That clock is so small. Those cars are so nice, okay? So the adjective goes at the end. We use so, and the subject, what we're talking about, comes before as the subject, right?
Such plus adjective plus noun.
That's such a small clock.
Those are such nice cars.
Okay, so look at the subject here. That is. I don't know what you're talking about. Over here, that clock, I know right away. That clock is so small. That is such a small clock. Here is the subject, right? What we're talking about. Those what? Cars, right? Those are such nice cars. So remember, when you use such, the thing that you're describing will come at the end. Such a small clock, such nice cars. When you use so, you end with the adjective, so small, so nice. So don't mix them up and don't say so small clock, okay? Or such small, right? So always goes with the adjective and you stop. So beautiful, so nice, so delicious. Or such a small clock, such nice cars, such a beautiful day. Okay? And then you can add these clauses after to describe.
Optional that clause.
That it's hard to see the time.
That I want to drive them.
Okay. Let's go back to some examples here. I have some other examples for you. This might help you, and I'll put these in the class notes. I want to show you how these are similar and different here. Okay, So she is so nice, right? Nice is the adjective here, and it ends with the adjective. Or you can say she is such a nice person. This ends with the noun, okay? Such a nice person, so nice. The sunset is beautiful, I forgot the so. The sunset is so, I forgot the so on all these. I was trying to do it quickly, sorry. The sunset is so beautiful. You finish with beautiful. Or that's such a beautiful sunset. You finish with the thing, the object, okay? That's such a beautiful sunset. We have a because it's one sunset, just like a is one person. That dinner was so delicious, so delicious. Or that was such a delicious dinner, one dinner, right? So we say a. Such a delicious dinner, or so delicious. My dog is so cute, so cute. You end with the adjective, or she is such a cute dog. Such a, one dog, such a cute dog. You finish with dog. My students are so amazing. Yes, you are. My students are so amazing, or they are such amazing students. No A, right? No A. Why? Because it's plural. You, if I mean all of you, you are such amazing students. My students are so amazing. Okay, my neighbors, same thing, plural. My neighbors are so kind, so nice. My neighbors are such kind people. Okay, people is plural, so I don't say such a kind people, right? Person, a person is singular. People is plural, so no A. All right, many times people will just say this part, oh, so nice, or such a nice person. Or if you're looking at the sunset, you say, oh, so beautiful. Or you can say, such a beautiful sunset, right? You see my dog, you say, oh, so cute. Or you say, wow, whoops. You say, such a cute dog, such a cute dog. Okay, so either write some of these yourself or you can practice this. It's good to be flexible, to be able to say, she is so nice, or she is such a nice person. All right. If you start listening, you will hear people say these all the time. I think that all of you are good at this, saying, oh, the sunsets in Albuquerque are so beautiful. So if this is easy, practice this one. Okay, Albuquerque has such beautiful sunsets. My dog is such a cute dog. Practice this one because we do use this all the time. All right, so I will save this and put this with our class notes. After, I'll save it. And then for homework over here, I want you just to practice using so and such. So I've chosen some of these pictures that you can say things about. For example, that watch is so old. And you could say the result. So what? That watch is so old that no one would use it. Okay? Hamburger, huge hamburger. Fast car, beautiful, expensive ring. You can describe these. And then down here, I asked you to choose just 3 of these. Describe some items with your own information. This is about your life. So my internet connection at home is so slow that sometimes it takes me 3 hours to upload a video. It's so slow. Or I can say my internet connection is such a bad connection that it takes me 3 hours. Okay? You can talk about your house, your television, your commute to work or school. You can say, my commute to work is so short because I go from my bedroom to my living room because I work at home right now. Your cell phone, is it new, old, expensive? I don't know. Or your watch. Maybe you have a new watch or an old watch. Doesn't matter. Just choose 3 of these and give me some statements. Practice so or such or both. Okay? As always, please email me if you have questions. You can always watch this video again. Thank you guys so much. Bye.